bit more sexually active, you start, more sinister words start appearing like tool and manhood. And then when you get to middle age, more affable, more personal names start coming out, like the old chap and John Thomas and the sword of Sir Gregory Lancelot, defender of the noble king. Yeah, I was over in Manchester the other week. Brought back loads of memories. 1980s when I used to be a big Smiths fan. I used to love the lyrics of Morrissey. But I remembered that they always used to say that it was celibate. And at first I thought, it's a real sod, you know. But then I realised there were large parts of the 80s when I was effectively celibate. Not necessarily by choice, but he'd obviously made a conscious decision not to have sex. But I wasn't sure about the definition of lie, you know. How did not having sex for long periods square with going home every night and masturbating furiously? I'm not sure if that carried on. But anyway, I was reading in Metro the other week about Drew Barrymore. She was complaining that with the advent of Facebook, first dates have been ruined. The magic and mystique has gone out first dates because everybody knows all about each other with Facebook. And my first reaction to this is, I'm married with kids, I don't even toss. The second one was, I remember first dates used to be a white knuckle roller coaster ride, and that's how it used to be kept. You've got to get a date in the first place. I remember when I was 16, I was incredibly shy with girls, but I took it upon myself, said, right, I'm going to man up, I'm going to meet the challenge, I'm going to ask a girl out, and if I could do that, I could do just about anything. So this girl I quite liked, and I psyched myself up, and I did it. I asked her out, and I was so pleased with myself, I was really chuffed. But somewhere in this, the actual response to the girl in question was either completely, totally, and utterly irrelevant. I forgot all about that. So, you know, it's more like, I was coming out for a drink next week. No, get lost, you're a good friend. Okay, whatever. I was just so pleased that I had the guts to do it. And so, you know, and so it came to pass that I was being cruelly turned down by a whole stream of beautifully attractive, gorgeous girls, but yet simultaneously had massive high self-esteem. But what do you say to get a date? How do you actually go about it? I soon learned early on that simply blurting out, you want to come out for a drink next week, just me, you and me, and I'll have a drink all summer anyway, and I'll meet you on Tuesday. It's not the way. You need to be more chillaxed about it, you need to relax. You need to broaden the question out a bit as well, you know, so saying, if you want to indulge in any kind of leisure activity at any point in the next 6 months anywhere in the county of Yorkshire and Humber, you might get a better response. But I kind of hit upon this tact, it works a little bit. Just say, oh, I've just got a spare ticket to a rock gig next week, thanks for coming along, you know, make it sound like you're doing me a favour. But when you scratch below the surface of this, it doesn't really bear scrutiny. You know, I've just got a spare ticket. What does that mean? That means that you asked somebody else and they turned you down, or they died, or or gone on jury service, or you're a complete idiot and you're incapable of making a basic financial transaction. And none of these scenarios put you in the good state for being a good potential date. But, you know, when you're dating, you never had anything to do with logic. And if you get a date, you've got to raise to meet somewhere. Now, some girls don't like going into pubs on their own, so you need to meet in a neutral location. Not Switzerland, but outside the shop stores is quite a good one. Back in the day, in Leeds, the place to meet was outside Marks and Spencer's. On any given Saturday night, there was a whole line of people outside Marks and Spencer's waiting to meet somebody they met the night before when they're out with their friends having a few drinks. Or in my case, quite a lot of drinks. I had no real idea of who he was he was supposed to be meeting. These weren't so much blind dates as blind drunk dates, as we wandered down the line looking for some hint of recognition in their eyes. And I reckon that half the people out on that queue that night were out with the wrong person. But before you get to the meeting place, you've got to do the pre-date preparation. You know, you've got to shower, shave, iron a shirt, and in my case, before people just threw on a pair of trainers and went out, you had to do the intensive, compulsive, obsessive act of shining your shoes so shiny that the leather nearly fell off. I mean, looking back in retrospect, this was some sort of symbolic metaphor for, you know, gathering my thoughts and thinking about what to say. But on the surface, it was more like it didn't matter what the chemistry would be between us, what our mutual likes and dislikes. what the similarity in our socio-economic background was. If I didn't shine my shoes so shiny you could see the face in it, all that wouldn't matter a jot. And so you go and stand outside Marks and Spencer's and you wait, and in the days before mobile phones, my God, can anybody remember so far back in time when we all didn't have mobile phones? It's hard, I know, but in those days you couldn't text to say you're running 10 or 15 minutes late, so waiting 20 minutes was not unusual.
Indeed.
Indeed. But after an hour, things are starting to get a bit worried, and the Saturday night revellers are starting to taunt you. They're getting on. I don't think she's coming, mate. The only date you've got tonight is with your right hand. And slowly but surely, you have to concede that the person that you have arranged to meet has got a better offer, forgotten, died, gone on jury service, emigrated, and you have to walk the gauntlet of shame away from Marks and Spencer's, past the Saturday night revellers, and make the long walk home alone, and you concede that you have been well and truly stood up.
God save the Queen.
Oh, I could do what I did once. I shined my shoes up and everything, and so I kind of knew where she lived, and it was kind of on the way home, so I just called in and see why she hadn't turned up. Nah, not a good idea, I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, thank you very much. I think Tom is ready to go.